Hello, I'm David Cadilia, the visual effects supervisor on Rushers. In this section, we'll look at some of the film's smaller effects, the kind that are in almost every movie but often go unnoticed. These smaller effects can repair mistakes that were made on the set, or they allow the director to make creative changes to the picture. After director Joey Boukadakis saw what we did for the row effect shot, he asked if we could do some other effects for the film. In this shot, Joey never liked the shiny blue paper on the frat house, which production designers used to cover up the location's original Greek letters. I took a still frame of the shot, painted out the blue paper, and animated it to match the movement of the shot. You can see that when I put it back on top, it covers up the two characters. I cut out their arms, frame by frame, and put them back on top. Here's the finished shot. This was shot during reshoots, and there wasn't time to dress the set with the sign and banner again. Plus, Joey now had us, and he knew we could just fix it later. James cut out the sign and banner from this shot and placed them into this shot, adjusting the color, lighting, and drop shadows to make it look real. He animated the sign to match the subtle film weave, which is inherent when shooting on film, and added moving film grain to bring the sign to life. Ready for the final shot? Don't blink. They couldn't get enough smoke to come out of the swinging thurible, so we added the smoke later. If possible, it's always best to use the real thing. Here I am, swinging a cigarette on the end of a black stick, wearing black gloves, a black robe, and standing in front of a black backdrop. I'm looking at a monitor that allows me to see myself and trace the smoke's path, which is drawn on the screen. James took the best bits of this smoke footage, lined them up, and composited them in. It took him a lot of work to isolate the parts of smoke he wanted and animate it to match the movement of the handheld shot. Nice. When we started editing, this was the only shot of Kyle's driver's license, so we decided to get some close-ups. James created this image of Kyle's license in Photoshop. Look at all those circles he had to draw. Anyway, we made that into a prop ID that was used in the reshoots.
Yeah, that's solid. Blocking the light, Jason. The light over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap! Woo!
Here you can see the House President is holding a different ID, and it doesn't match the new close-ups. James animated the image of the ID to match the movement of the original. Notice the sweet motion blur. Here it is with matched lighting. Here it is on top of the shot. And here James painted the guy's fingers back on top of the ID. Here's a side-by-side comparison. In this shot, where Kyle gets slapped in the face with a fish, Joey's head pops in. I grabbed a clean background frame and layered that over Joey's head. This was perfect for the non-moving background, but it also removed some of Kyle's shoulder, which was hand-painted back in frame by frame.